Are we on?
Yeah.
What are we on?
Ice packs.
I'm on ice packs. Good afternoon. Ah, man, we've gotten call after call, you guys. We have another one after this.
And we had another call come in as I was setting this up.
Oh, for God's sake. Killer Bee Nation, here we are. We're getting into the heat of it now. A couple of things. It's because the temperature daily has warmed up now to almost 80 degrees here. And at night, though, it's gonna be like 50 degrees every night. So 50 degrees and above every night seems to be a trigger for the bees. And when it's that at night, then they really go nuts and swarm. Below that, like last night in Kansas Settlement, which is up, you guys have seen us up there a lot. This morning, it was 35 degrees there. Yeah, did you know that, Hosh?
No.
Yeah, 35 degrees up in Kansas Settlement. And so it didn't freeze out any of the crops up there or anything because they raised, all the crops. You've seen us up there, Sunsites and Wilcox area and all that shit. It was cold at the ranch. Wasn't that cold? That's for damn sure. Anyway, welcome back to the Hive, live from the Hive, everyone. I'm Reed Booth, Killer Bee Guy, and Hosh is the other half of the team. He's on camera. Did you already say hi, Hosh? Hi, Hosh. Hi, Hosh. It's off to bees we go.
La, la, la,
Hi, Hosh.
la, la.
Hi, Hosh. Hi, Hosh.
So
Oh, I'm crying out loud. Jeez, on Friday.
we got bees up in these Spanish tiles on this guy's
Oh,
roof, and I'm
God.
telling you, we hate Spanish tiles. They look nice,
Not the bees.
but the bees, they're really hard to get the bees out of them.
Yeah. Spanish tile sucks. You can't walk on it. You can't.
Yeah, so we're kind of bummed out.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's actually,
I'm sad.
it's a horrible day.
Anyway. Spanish tile. It's just decorative and it's a fucking pain in the ass is what it is. We might actually need the big ladder on this one.
You think
Kind
so?
of tall. I don't know. We can get that. We'll take the small one off. We'll show you in a second here. Welcome back, everyone. The owl. Okay, remember the owls we just did this morning in the owl nest? The gal texted because she said, well, we saw those two dead kestrel babies, the kestrels that are the birds of prey that were in the birdhouse around the corner from where the owl house was full of bees. If you guys were with us, you know what I'm talking about. And she she texted back and said she poked her head around the corner and there was a baby kestrel in there, poked its head out.
Yeah.
Yay. And she
news.
saw the mom or the dad kestrel. These are birds of prey. They're small falcon. They're like a little falcon. Cool as shit. To have a nesting pair of them, oh my God, what a miracle. And she saw dad or mom bringing lizards back for him. So nice lizard diet, make you strong, make your feathers fluffy. Anyway, so that was good news from the owl house, and apparently we got that one done. That was a pain in the ass trying to get all those bolts off and that shit. Yeah, the birds and the bees. Well, now we got the tiles and the bees. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm going to leave the air on for a minute. We're going to be using ice packs. It's hot out already, which means the bees are going to be kicking, and you guys are going to be telling me to stay hydrated. Thank you, because I need that. And also get in the truck. If you see me changing color, tell me to get in the truck, and I will. So anyway, hope everybody's on. Don, are you on? Mel, everybody on YouTube?
Yeah, I saw Lee, I saw Ramona.
Right on, Lee. Lee, excellent. Yeah. Ramona?
We are not at the fireman's house. The fireman called us and told us that the swarm had moved on.
It went to the neighbors, apparently, so we're waiting for them to call.
Well, this is a different house.
The crack where he thought they saw them going in, he said he was studying this heavily because he's been to my classes that I teach for, fire safety, for all sorts of sheriffs and everybody. He stared at it, basically, and he said now there is zero activity. Well, then that means that they were sniffing around and decided his house wasn't that nice. But he also did follow up with saying that if I need you, I'll call you.
Oh, yeah. And he'll call. You were actually on a job with him.
Oh, that's right. In fact, he was, okay, I did this huge job. You guys might remember Konnichiwa bees. It was that job I did with that Japanese film crew. And we were down at a place, it's an old industrial place between Bisbee and Douglas, and there were huge tractor tires that had bees in them. And the whole premise of the Japanese film crew that was there was pitting murder hornets against killer bees. And so you can see a behind the scenes look at that on Konnichiwa bees. I think there's 2 parts on that on the YouTube channel. And so pretty cool shit, actually. So this fireman, I had the fire department now. I work closely with the fire department, sheriff, police, all that shit. Because, got to keep everybody safe. And I'm looking for a jar of honey to show you guys what we're going to give you here in a little bit. You got one there?
Oh, you giving another one away?
Yeah.
You're like Oprah, but with jars of honey.
Oh, there.
Remember how she used to throw diapers and stuff out to the...
She's pretty. I'm going to throw a jar of honey at you guys.
And...
Throwing a jar of honey at the audience. No, I'm not over to hurt the camera and probably Hosh. Anyway, he was... well, I had the fire department out to stand guard because we had this Japanese film crew. They had no idea what was going on. We had like, shit, I must have had 10 to 12 people in bee suits. It was a cluster. And only half of us spoke English, the other half spoke Japanese. It was fun, actually. The bees were nuclear. So one of the firemen was a paramedic, was on guard there. So he was the guy that called, and I didn't cognize that until afterwards. So that was really cool. But here's our jar of honey that we're going to give away at the end of this removal. All right, so anybody on TikTok and YouTube, this is an 8-ounce jar of mesquite honey from Killer Bee Honey. Yay, me! And we're going to give it away at the end of this removal, which we're going to take you with us and explain everything, what we're doing and whatnot. And all you have to do is subscribe or follow, of course, and like, and then also comment, so that when Hosh scrolls through at the end on TikTok and YouTube just randomly and goes, doink, throws a dart at the phone, and finds a winner, then you get a jar of honey sent to you. But if you win, I need your address. So send me your address if you win at killerbeeguy@gmail.com, okay? And if you don't win, I don't need your address, okay? So anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. Here we go. Holy shit, we're off to see the wizard. Hosh has already got his bee suit on for crying out
I never
loud.
took it off.
You never,
that last trip.
not since last week.
Yes,
He
I've been
never even took it, sleeping it. His wife is like, you know, the little boy he just had 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He looks at a bee suit and goes, "Dad, Dad," even if it's hanging up in the corner.
Any bee suit will do.
Any bee suit will do. That's what his wife didn't say.
Yeah. Oh, and thanks for asking about the kid. Yeah, he's doing all right. He was a little colicky the first couple weeks, but we're kind of dialing that in a little bit. So, you know how it is. If you've got kids, sleepless nights, and
I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Tell them,
Yes.
everybody, Hosh. Tell
Yes,
them how
yes.
it is. Anyway, I've never went that route. You know, people always ask me, Reed, how come you never get married or had children? And I'm just lucky, I guess.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Thanks, Flip. Yeah.
So, all right. Hydrating, thank you. I know I need to hydrate, so does Hosh.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, no milk or coffee. No, we're on that. We're on the whole trip. But
No milk
you know,
or coffee? Is that something with having
if
a
you're
baby?
breastfeeding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't drink milk. Don't drink coffee.
Not
There's a
even
bunch
goat
of other
milk, or?
things. Yeah, no.
What
None
about
of it.
whiskey? No, I'm just fucking Irish, for crying out loud. What the hell do y'all want there, by golly?
Well,
All right.
all right, here we go. Oof, man, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, isn't it? Yeah,
It's hot.
We have ice packs.
Yeah.
Hosh went down and got the cooler full of ice packs from the freezer this morning. So, thank God. You know, in the morning it's like, it'll be fine. Yeah, bullshit. All right, let's go see what we're doing.
Hey, thanks for being with us, everybody. Now, as we get going here, we're going to have a lot of new people joining us. So those of you who know the drill, follow us, know what we do, feel free to answer questions. It's really, really
please
helpful to help us educate people about killer bees and their deleterious impact on the very planet.
Deleterious. That's a big word for somebody who hasn't been overheated yet.
That's when the big words start coming.
That's what the big words, usually 4-letter or worse.
Yeah.
Oh, they're on me. They're on
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh,
God
yeah.
Damn it. I got to get my suit on quick.
Yeah, they actually really are.
Shit.
Oh, no.
damn it.
Not the killer bees again.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That one was sniffing around my hair.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
here. Now, see, our suits smell like venom because, as you know, when they get really pissed off, which, hey, here we are in the neighborhood again. We can't piss them off. But they will bounce. They will grab onto our nets and drip venom. So our suits smell like bee venom. So
Yeah.
we're the enemy.
We can't help it. And it really doesn't matter, you know, how much
Well,
we
not
wash
once
or
you're in them,
whatever.
it doesn't matter.
We just don't care. We just deal
Once
with
you're
it.
in the bee suit, it doesn't matter. Without it, it matters a lot.
Right, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
you want to show them where they are?
We're getting a lot of calls.
We are. We're getting calls.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
you-
grab a couple of these.
Oh,
though.
yeah. So these ice
Look at
packs,
these. So these are our ice packs. So we just kind of shove these into our
we
pockets.
actually put them in pockets is what
Yeah.
we do.
In fact, we've got these too, frozen
Frozen bottles of water,
Mm-hmm.
awesome in pockets. God damn it, I gotta put my net on. These guys are already down on us. We haven't done a damn thing. Here we go again. We haven't done anything. Remember that saying?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Frozen ice pack. Yes, indeed.
You
So
wanna
make
have
all
these
of our
big ones?
all of our fans happy. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take a big one and put it in a bigger pocket down here. They work out good in these bigger pockets. I don't know if it'll fit in there, will it?
Yeah.
Because this will, you know, what we're gonna do also is we're gonna go to one of the sporting goods stores and get camelbacks, like a couple of
Hey,
camelbacks.
thanks for that recommendation out there.
Yeah,
You guys are
camelbacks,
great.
and we're going to freeze them flat so that they're frozen solid, and then cut out the insulation on the actual camel pack pouch, you know, the backpack part of it, so that the cold thing is up against our spine under the suit. So I've done that before. That works out really well. Oh, you got it? Okay,
Yeah,
very good.
sure. I need to put gloves on. We'll get there.
Okay. So yeah, camelbacks for now. It
Ramona.
feels better already, huh?
Oh yeah.
What
No,
did
it's a
Ramona
big
say?
help. Oh, I don't know. She's talking about shoving ice packs. You know.
In various places?
Yeah, inserting them.
Okay. Whatever keeps me cool.
Every crack and crevice.
Whatever, crack and crevice.
Crack and crevice.
Crap and crevice.
It's not just Vendona.
It's crap and crevice.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, yeah, see us at the end of the day after about 5 more of these jobs. So thank you guys so much for coming along again. More shenanigans. Here we go.
Yep.
All right, are you zipped up?
Now, killer bees are in all the lower 48 states, although the saturation rates are not the same in all the 48 states. So lower saturation rates in New England. That's not to say that people don't get stung up there by killer bees.
Well, yeah, New Hampshire there was an incident.
And a beekeeper killed in Connecticut back in 2012.
Guy had 2 hives, and he didn't know. You can't tell by looking. He went out with just a net so they stay out of his nose, like I used to. T-shirt, no gloves, no, nothing like that. And he didn't know that one of his hives got hot, Africanized, and they killed him. He didn't make it back to the truck. So they're not to be, they're not to be dealt with. They're horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to put on the gloves. You gonna put on gloves?
Yeah, I got to get some gloves. So those of you who are new to the channel, we're killer bee exterminators. We don't relocate. To relocate a killer beehive is like relocating an active landmine. It's unethical, irresponsible, and frankly, there's no place to stick it. There's no place to put a killer beehive out here. I remember when I first started working for Reed, I said, why don't we relocate? He said, where to? Where are you going to relocate these things? BLM doesn't want them, and any rancher out here, they've told us, you put these things on our property, and we're going to shoot you. I mean, they're serious about it.
They've all lost horses and cows, and they've all been attacked. I have personal friends, ranchers, that have died from these things. So, like the state land, federal land, state parks, etc. No, you don't take these things anywhere. Nobody wants them. They're evil. So, this thing about save the bees is save witch bees. That's the main thing, is save witch bees. So saving native pollinators, absolutely. Bumblebees, bumblebees are endangered partially because of Africanization of honeybees. And so native pollinators, absolutely, want to save them. Are my gloves up here too? There we go, yeah. And, but not honeybees, because honeybees are invasive and we don't need them. There were no honeybees in Arizona before 1872. Weird, huh? At the end of our YouTube channel vids, we have a map. It's in the credit thing, and it's a coolest map because it shows the invasion of European honeybees from east to west. Wait, what did you just say? Invasion of European honeybees? Yeah, invasion of European, because Europeans, the settlers, brought them over in like the early 1600s, and then brought them west on their covered wagons and shit. That's what happened. And so it's a really cool map. All right, because I'm sure you guys have seen the maps of the invasion of Africanized bees from south to north. This is from east to west of European bees. Really cool shit. So I want to take everybody, and I'm going to get my big blues on now. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We're giving away that jar of honey at the end of our this removal. It's kind of fun. We just started doing that last week for the hell of it. A jar of honey for each removal, and all you got to do is subscribe or follow. And, hit the like button, of course, and comment, so that at the end of the removal, when host scrolls through and just randomly points of either TikTok or YouTube picks one, and we can pick a winner. Yay! So somebody gonna get a jar of honey out of the deal. Damn it! All right. So, and I want to show everybody our used to be new bee suits. Yeah. Anyway, they're still for us pretty new. That about a month ago, that was shiny white, wasn't it?
It was.
It was, but look what even is well worn. Look at this beautiful patch here, Blue Water Cafe. Anyway, that's from our friends up in on the North Shore of Lake Superior. And Mel and Dan, I hope you guys are on. I know you guys have a restaurant to run, but there's nothing better to do than watch us, and I know that for a fact. Anyway, we love you guys.
Okay, so we're looking at New Bend, right?
Yeah, we're looking at. I'm gonna climb up and see what we're looking at actually.
Crack and crevice.
Yeah, this is definitely crack and crevice. I tri-dye.
The tri-dye too, huh?
Yeah, all the armor. I don't know. I don't like this Spanish tile shit. Anyway, oh boy, they're active up here.
Yep.
Boy, they're active all over the damn place. Let's see, they're in the windows. So the construction on this house is kind of weird, of course. Yeah, you can see them flying around up there through the sunlight. I gotta reposition the ladder so I can get up there and ascertain what the hell's going on. Let's see. Oh my God, here we go. Okay, well, let's climb up, guys. I'm gonna move this ladder a little bit more to a wee bit safer position, I think. He said with confidence. Okay. Spanish tile, my big favorite. Now, in a situation like this, we have to watch out for looky-loos. We're in a really, really cool part of Sierra Vista. This is an old school neighborhood. Most homes are like 1 acre to 4 acres. Really, really nice neighborhood. I've always liked this neighborhood. Old school. All right, that looks semi-safe. All right. But nothing's safe with killer bees. So we still have to watch out for people walking by and looky-loos and all that shit. I don't know yet. It makes such a damn mess with Spanish tile. Oh, there they are. Let's see, what do we got here? So they are sniffing around here somewhere. Where the hell are they? So when they just move in like this, well, they're aggressive too. Look at them all over the damn place. When they first move in, guys, they are confused about where the front door is, mainly because they're very landmark oriented, and I don't know what the hell. See that one there? All these look the same, Spanish tiles, just like they do to us. And so they haven't quite got their front door figured out yet. Well, the one just disappeared under there. What a cluster. You see they're hovering around trying to figure out where to go. This is just, I can tell them where to go.
You think it's brand new?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. The way they're behaving,
yeah.
It's brand new. In fact, it's really difficult. You know what I want to do? I want to take this ladder over there onto the flat roof.
Okay.
And I want to get up there and look behind this thing.
Yep.
Because it's just too weird of behavior. I'm not sure. I gotta ascertain what's going on. We have to pretty much do a survey on each job that we do and figure out everything before we can take the right approach at it, whether it's the owl house or whatever the hell it is, or this. So I'll have Hosh grab the ladder and put it up over here. And I'm gonna get up. We can bring you guys up on the roof here. We're in, for all those of you that don't know where we are, we're in Sierra Vista, Cochise County, right down on the border with Old Mexico. We're in the Wild West, literally the Wild West. And this is the last of it. This is the last part of the Wild West, and we're in it, and I've been here forever. But that looks pretty sturdy.
You want to go up? You want me going up?
I think we're both going up.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll take a look at it from up there, and if worst case scenario, we work it from down here. But we'll go up and find out anyway. So here they come to save the day.
Well, this may make things quite a bit easier, actually.
That's what I'm hoping.
Around back, it's all flat.
Yay, that was kind of what I was hoping. If we can lean over or... man, you just never know with these damned... Okay, I'm going to come up and hand you this.
Sounds good.
And we will go do a survey. See. Now, this time of year, everyone, you're going to see us doing a lot of... Here you go. You're going to see us doing a lot of new move-ins, new swarms moving in. Because, well, 'tis the season. And they're swarming. And so they're just moving into places like here. So yeah, you can see them all along here. I wanted to take a look, see if there's any activity back here. So, like Tim said, that is the owner here, you know, an hour ago they were just a lot more rambunctious than now. I wish I could get a handle on the exact location. I've seen them go up under here, live up under these things. I don't like Spanish cow. So it looks like part of what we'll be doing, it looks like I can, Jesus. We're gonna take our tri-dye, which is the residual one, remember I told you guys about? And it goes on aerosol and dries powder. I like that a lot. And I'm afraid I might have to do it from down below, Hosh.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want pointing anything back at myself.
Right.
You know, you got to be careful using this stuff. See, I've got one on me already here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to make it thoroughly unattractive.
So we're trying to see where they're going in and out.
Right,
we know that there's a hive here.
Yeah.
There's no question.
It's just, where's their front door?
Where's their front door? They seem confused.
And that's because they're brand new.
Yep.
This is, once again, back to the very landmark-oriented thing, because these all look the same to us and to them.
Yeah.
And so they're going, well, the front door is here somewhere.
Reed, I have a thought.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that.
What if we
just let it go? No, what?
What if we go inside and use the FLIR to locate them?
I don't think it's big enough, and also it's too much of a, he said from the construction on this thing,
yeah,
that it's too...
It's not arched in there?
No.
Okay.
No, it's too much space.
So there's a big void, yeah.
We wouldn't be able to see the, I mean, you know, good idea if it wasn't that weird construction.
Right.
So I think that what we're doing, and this, I've seen this before where they just move in like this, where we'll actually take our Fendona first and kind of go back and forth and make it really unattractive.
Yeah.
Because it is a crack and crevice. Read your labels on your pesticides, everyone. Crack and crevice, so we're going to go squirt, 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 and basically go back and forth. Make it unattractive for them so we can hopefully isolate where they are coming in. The other thing that's kind of scary would be remember what happened with the firemen the other night? Where we went and sealed up holes and then the bees moved in the next morning?
Right.
The scout bees were there. So if these are scout bees, we still want to make it as unattractive as possible.
Right.
We have to mitigate this threat. No matter what we're doing, we have to mitigate this threat. If they are scout bees, it's just about as bad as having, you know, the hive already moved in. There is a ball of bees hanging in a tree around here somewhere. It could be anywhere. I expect to look at the pine trees and see a ball hanging there. It's just, they could be anywhere. That's the problem within a mile radius. So I think we're going to go back down, Hosh.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't like spraying back with the pesticide, and so we'll go back down and but yeah, look at that. We got the Huachuca Mountains over there. There's the Mule Mountains over there, and then off in the distance you can see that's Old Mexico. That mountain down there, that's San Jose Peak. So we're north of the border a little bit. This morning, when we did the owl house, we were right on the border. Yeah, that's for sure. So we'll let Hosh get down. Man, these things are sniffing around all over the place over here. You know what? Would you hand me the Fendona while I'm up here? And I'm going to start from here since I can do it at this angle. You know what I mean? Get kind of a bit of it started. Oh, yeah, that's good. All right. All right, so I'll let you get down.
Take the camera?
Can you? You want to take that down?
Yeah, I'll take it down.
Okay, you can take the bucket down and then grab the camera, and I'm going to do a crack and crevice application here to find out what's going on with these little monsters. Thank you guys so much for coming with us on our shenanigans. My new favorite word. Okay, here you go, Hosh. And I can't wait to get back to Bisbee and see if the new cameras that Don Shar got us. Don, are you watching? Damn, man, I can't wait to see it. I'm all excited. It's like Christmas, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I'll let you know when they show up. So here we go.
I'm just going to do a spot as far as I can reach.
Oh, yeah, Don's here.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Can't wait to get... We've been so damn busy. The post office wasn't open this morning. Of course, you know, it opened until 9 in Bisbee. And so when we get done with all of our shenanigans, we have more calls coming in. So as soon as we get back done, we're gonna head to the post office.
Right on.
And see what Santa brought us. But for
So
now,
basically, he's using the Fendona at this point to kind of coax them out. In other words, you've seen us spray hives where they're in the whole get the hell out of here mode. So that's the.
and if they have not moved in yet, and these are scouts, we're hoping to discourage them so they don't.
Well, there's
Because
also
there's
that.
just too many of them. I mean, they're just all over this, up and down the line here. There's hundreds of them, which is just not right.
Right.
So the nice thing about this this pyrethrin is it goes inert shortly, but for now it will discourage whatever's happening. We're just gonna have to move the ladder. Put the ladder up here.
Right.
Reach, squirt, move it down, reach, squirt.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like doing a caulk job,
All right.
you know. So you want to go ahead and get down, and I will hand you this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I just put it in the pocket.
And this is why we hate Spanish tiles.
Yeah,
It's just a hassle every time. I mean, you know, they look nice. Of course, it's overdone down here in the Southwest. They look nice, but man,
I don't know what the original purpose of it was, except decoration.
all kinds of critters get up in there, and including
Scorpions,
killer
birds.
bees.
Yeah. And now, of course, we have bee legals. All right, so I'm going to hold this while you. If we can stand it up, maybe put it on the inside of the block here.
Sure, will
the
do.
ladder. Thank you.
Yep.
And we're just going to go try to make this unattractive as possible, like me. Anyway, so maybe put it like, you know, a couple of feet over on the Spanish tile. Yeah, you know, like we're caulking so we can reach. So we're gonna make it unattractive, and yep, that's perfect actually. That's absolutely perfect.
You want me to go up there and do it?
Yeah,
Or you
sure.
want to do it?
Actually, I'm gonna make the first run.
Okay.
I got it in my pocket.
Yeah. Now, are you hitting each tier?
I'm gonna hit each tier. I'm gonna give it a light dose, and see if I can isolate it as to if they have gone in. The rest of them have gone in under that, because see, underneath that Spanish tile, there's a whole roof below that, and then below that, according to the owner here, the former owner that passed away, made a there's a whole false roof. There are skylights under there that he built over and then put electric lights in. So the bees were coming into his house here, and so he caulked up the little holes, thank God, where they were coming in. So that's all good. So that's not a threat anymore. But the outside here is what we're interested in and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's like playing chess with bugs and losing a few rounds. It's weird, you know. Don't play checkers with them either. They're horrible. Anyway, we got a few people with us, Hosh?
Yeah, a few.
Right on. Killer bees. I wonder what... We had so many calls even when we were setting up for this. Didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got...
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got calls pouring in.
We're going to be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in Cerro Vista, Arizona today. Well, for this job. Put it that way. We were in Palominas earlier. We actually just stopped over at another place in Cerro Vista, so yeah. For whatever reason, we're in this neck of the county today.
And it makes no sense.
Yeah. So I've got eyes on the camera. Any questions here? I'm happy to talk with you about what we're doing. Killer bees, for those of you who are new to the channel, were created in a Brazilian laboratory in 1957. They escaped, spread out, and invaded all of South America, eventually reached Central America, and in the early 90s, they hit the States. By 1998, lab scientists in Tucson determined that 100% of the feral unmanaged honeybee hives in the state of Arizona were Africanized, aka killer bees.
Okay, this
He is spraying Fendona. It's a pyrethrum.
Pyrethrins are pesticides made from chrysanthemum flowers. This particular one goes inert real quick, and the reason that I'm in about a half an hour. Now, the reason I'm using it first is I want to ascertain if these are scout bees, because either way, Tim can't have it. We can't have them. I'm really happy that he's nipping it in the bud if that's the case, and we're seeing a lot of that right now. We always do this time of year, where I'll explain scout bees, everybody, because there's a ball of bees hanging in the neighborhood somewhere, and every dark spot I see in a tree now is a ball of bees, of course. they're not resting. They used to be that they'd say, oh, it's a swarm and they're resting. They're not. The queen's in the middle. She sends out apartment hunters, literally, 100 in that direction, 200 in that direction, 500 in that direction, all over. And they go sniffing around everybody's dog houses and storage sheds and Spanish tile, right? And so that, one of two things here, either they're scout bees and we're going to make it discouraging as hell so nobody will move in. We still guarantee it for 2 years. And, or they have moved in and we're going to isolate it down to where their front door is, because when they first move in they will be confused about where their new front door is because not enough bees have landed at their new front door to leave pheromones that are doormats. You want to take your glove off?
No, it's a, well, actually I probably should. Could you help me with that?
Yeah, he's having a little issue there.
So what I'm
see him on
trying
the
to do
phone.
is grab a, thank you. What I'm trying to do is grab a comment by Lee Ramsey. Thanks, Lee, for letting us know. He said there was an update. The Department of Agriculture in Tennessee today said that they've been found in Nashville, 25 miles east of Nashville.
Yep.
They found
Africanized bees. Thanks, Lee. We know that. We didn't know that particular thing. Thank you so much, because that was the Department of Ag, he said?
Yeah.
In Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that means that somebody had them tested. You want this back on?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can take your net off, too.
Yeah, right. Not doing that, but I will take the big blues off.
Okay. Well, it'll make it easier for the...
So people are asking a lot about our gloves. These are birthing gloves, used for cows and inseminating cows and whatnot. And
That's the other channel.
That's right. But we wear them because they protect us really well from the bees when they get really nasty.
I came up with that idea.
And they're always nasty. A lot of times we get to a hive and people are like, hey, those bees, they don't look too aggressive. Well, the truth is they're passive aggressive at that point.
Exactly. That's awesome.
So at that point, we're all dealing with psychological damage.
And they're OCD also.
Yeah, they emotionally abuse us. The camera doesn't pick that up, but
it's obsessive compulsive behavior.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you right now. All right, so
yeah, they're in Bermuda.
Huh?
People are asking if there's killer bees in Bermuda. I'm
Yes,
certain
absolutely.
of it. I'm certain of it.
Absolutely. Latin America, absolutely.
Costa Rica's having a hell of a time with them.
Yeah, and Panama too. Of course, they have for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, for a long time. They had them before we did.
Okay.
Thanks, Slick. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Killer bees in New Zealand. I have heard no reports of killer bees in New Zealand.
We hope not.
Yeah. I haven't heard of them in Toronto, Canada, but we've heard of them in Alberta, Canada.
Correct.
Yeah, they're in all the lower 48
So
states.
this is working really good so far because I got no bees over here now.
There's been about 1,000 deaths since they hit the U.S. And that's approximate. And, not all of them get reported. Yep. All the lower 48 states. It's just a question of saturation rates.
Hell, in the month of August last summer here in Cochise County, they sent 26 people to the hospital. I mean, air vac out.
Oh, yeah. Last August, for those of you who are with us.
It was a nightmare.
You remember, 26 people in Cochise County went to the hospital.
Just in that month.
Yeah, and now when we're talking hospitalization...
Not one made the paper.
Not one made the paper. I don't know, did the Sun Sites, that father-son team?
That was one of the bad ones.
Yeah, he was stung over 1,000 times.
Yeah, he was unresponsive on the ground when the EMT showed up, so covered in bees, you couldn't see any skin.
Yeah.
These things are a nightmare.
And it wasn't because he was wearing nice pheromones.
Yeah, no.
They were stinging him.
He was covered.
Yeah, he almost died.
So you want to climb up and show everybody what I'm doing?
Sure.
Because you'll see there are no bees to the right where I've been feeding, and they're still hovering around over to the left. So, yeah, we just got to make it safe for Tim because he can't even work out.
Yeah, so Reed's been spraying each tier of these tiles with the pesticide. Just
At this stage in the game, it works as a deterrent also.
Yeah, you're pretty convinced these are scout bees.
Huh?
You're pretty convinced these are scout bees.
So this is working.
Yeah. Yeah, because if there was a hive under here, they'd be coming out about now. Or before. So. Anyway, so he's just spraying the whole thing down at every crack, and this will kind of keep them away. We don't want a swarm moving in here. If we can prevent it, we want to prevent it.
Unless they already moved in.
It's just safer.
But we still don't know, to be honest. And so, but we climbed up on the roof and looked around back. So there's no bees off to the right. That's great.
Right.
It's very unattractive. We're kind of doing a preventative thing right now and narrowing down because, you know, with that many bees flying around up there, and the problem is you don't know if you're allergic. I mean, someone can say, "Oh no, I'm definitely not allergic," but then that next sting will throw them over the edge. Can't do it. Can't risk it.
Oh wow! So a woman named Dawn on YouTube said that 10 years ago they killed her dog in her front yard. It was a swarm. A swarm attacked her dog. Yeah.
Flying by, Dawn?
Mm-hmm. Came off and
I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my God.
But it happens.
Yeah. Now this is a horrifying development with Africanized bees is swarms, which used to be the most benign thing in the world. I wouldn't even wear a bee suit. But now we're getting reports all the time of swarms flying by from like ranchers and cowboys out here. A swarm flying by on the ranch, very often attacking people and livestock unprovoked.
Yeah, and this was 10 years ago this happened.
Oh, man.
Dawn, you're bringing up an excellent point. This was 10 years ago. Remember that the laboratory in Tucson told us 25 years ago that Arizona was 100% saturated. Now, killer bees, killer bees are the dominant species. The killer bee DNA is dominant.
The genes
are super strong. So there's no way after 25 years that the situation got better.
No, they're not going to breed out.
It only gets worse.
They're not going to breed out.
This is a better bee. We're looking at literally, and those of you who are paying attention, this is an evolutionary junction. It's a crossroads right here. And, you know, Reed and I talk a little bit about this. You're looking at the creation of the American honeybee, which is going to be really nasty.
There is no American honeybee.
But we're looking till now.
Or
we're looking at
was it called the Brazilian bee?
Right, we don't know. Whatever we call it, it's going to take over.
I mean, for now, it's Africanized or killer.
All right.
So I'm really happy this is working out so well. And I'm also happy there's no breeze.
Yeah, we got another report, Terry K on TikTok, saying that it attacked her dog 3 years ago and her dog didn't make it. This happens all the time. We've seen...
Where's Dawn and...
Yeah, I'm curious. Dawn, where are you located? Terry, where are you located? Let us know where you're at. Yeah, but they are up north. It's just a question of the saturation rates. And they can live where it's cold. They are resistant to cold. We found them at 14,000 feet. 14,000 feet up.
So far, this is...
They're in Billings, Montana.
Yeah, they're in Billings.
They can live where it's cold. It's just because of the distance and the time, they're just not there yet in the saturation that we have here in Arizona.
But I mean, the problem is if you've got one hive in a mile or two radius, and you got one hive under a shed, and that's Africanized, and the rest of them are European. Well, I'm gonna stand in the shade. That time of year, friends, that time of year. So you've got one Africanized hive under a shed, and of course you can't tell by looking. All right, so in a 2 mile radius, you have another, maybe a dozen or 2 dozen feral European hives. With Africanized, you would have 100. There are a lot more of them everywhere. They live in places European bees wouldn't live. So say you've got a couple dozen of them. Well, nature's way of propagating the area with bees is swarming. So your nice European queen goes on a mating flight, and the Africanized drones are 1,000 times better at smelling the pheromone, the mating pheromone, in the air and flying off and mating with the queen on her mating flight. So they're just so much better at it than European drones. So your nice European queen comes back to either your European feral hive or your hive in your box, your nice little beehive. Comes back and starts laying Africanized eggs. In 3 weeks, your hive's gone to shit. So it's only a matter of time, and I've been saying for a long time, about 10 years till saturation. I'm knocking it down to 5 or 7. I mean, just the rapid rate. Like in Tennessee, just now we got that from Lee, that the Department of Ag in Tennessee guaranteed, found that they were Africanized. Was it 25 miles from Nashville?
Yes.
It's horrifying, you guys.
Yes.
My God.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
This is really cool. You look up there now? This makes me feel like a genius. Hosh, no bees.
Yeah.
I mean, the occasional one, right?
Yeah. I think we did it.
This is so absolutely wonderful.
Interesting job you're witnessing today, everybody.
Hosh, I don't think you've ever seen it, have you, Hosh?
We've pulled off a deterrent. No.
Not quite like
Not
this.
yet.
Not quite
Not like this. I have not seen
What
this
Hosh
yet.
saw was even rarer, where we did a deterrent, and then the next day the swarm moved in at the fireman's house,
Yeah.
right? That few nights ago. We had to go rescue the fireman. It's hot. It's changed. I can feel it.
It's hot.
It's hot, yeah.
It's hot. It's time.
I got to get that ice pack shaped like a butt plug. No, never mind. I'm gonna. No, anyway.
Hey, so, well, should we go ahead and pack up? I mean, we're getting more calls.
Yeah, we're getting more calls. So, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. We still have to give away a jar of honey.
Yeah?
All right, so you guys, because, well, yeah, we said we
Who
would.
wants a jar of honey?
Honey,
Somebody's
wants a jar
gonna
of
get
honey.
one.
Okay, They're gonna.
Smokey.
The FCC is
Smokey.
Smokey.
Smokey is the name. Hey, Smokey.
Smokey. Okay, Smokey, you want a jar of honey? 8-ounce jar of mesquite honey.
Smokey on TikTok.
All right,
you
Smokey.
just won a jar of honey.
This is in the United States, okay? I can't afford to send honey all over the damn world. So if you're in the United States, great, or have it sent to a relative. Huh. Anyway, Smokey, you want a jar of honey? Email me your address at killerbeeguy@gmail.com and you get your honey.
Yep, congratulations, Smokey.
Smokey got the jar.
You sure did.
We'll be doing it again in a little bit, everybody. We love you guys. Thank you so much. I love this giving, a jar of honey away. Hosh, what do you think?
Yeah, it's great. Now,
Kinda fun.
Smokey's got to email you her mailing address.
Yeah, Smokey. Smokey's a girl? You're assuming.
Now, this is, yes, well, there's two Smokies.
Oh, God.
This is Smokey that's spelled S-M-O-K-Y.
Okay. Got that?
S-M-O-K-Y. And you got Smokey Bear there for your icon. Smokey, you win. You
Yay.
win a jar
Send
of
me your
Killer
address.
Bee honey.
Yay.
Send your address, send your mailing address to killerbeeguy@gmail.com.
Excellent. So we're going to have Tim out and show him how absolutely genius we are and shit. I'm really happy to see this. You see this, Hosh? No activity. There's a butterfly just flew by. So we nipped it in the bud, and it's still guaranteed for 2 years, so that's the good news. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming along with us. Smokey with S-M-O-K-Y. You got a jar of honey coming as soon as you send me your address. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Don, we'll talk to you later. We'll go down to the post office. Mel and Dan, if you're on. Love you guys, of course. Ramona, Lee, all you guys, the family, the Killer Bee Nation. We'll probably see you in 20 minutes, for God's sake. So
Yeah, we got to check our messages. Who knows
we gotta
what's
check our
next?
messages. The phone's ringing off the hook. So, all right, love you guys. We're going to wrap this up, and we'll talk more shenanigans. Who
All
the
right.
hell knows what we're getting into? See you in a little bit. Say goodbye,
right.
Hosh.
Hey, listen, everybody. If you've got bees coming and going from, a soffit or under a shed or between your Spanish tiles on your roof, call an exterminator. Killer bees are in all the lower 48 states. Don't risk it. Don't mess around, and don't relocate. We'll see y'all later. Stay safe, and don't try this at home. We're professionals. We're licensed, and you don't want to get into trouble with these things. Later on.